To make an embarrassing admission right now.
How many do you have?
I'm actually buying my first one in the next month.
Secondary or
No,
primary?
primary. It's a long story. It's being custom made for me, which
Very
makes me
cool.
sound like I'm this big Hermes shopper, which I'm not. It's just my mother lives above an Hermes, so she got very close to the staff.
Because listen, to get on the list. I mean, at the time,
it's not about how much money you spend. It's about who you know.
That's exactly right. It's like getting on the list and getting. Yeah.
So you're an economist, and we're going to get into more of your story, but the reason they're expensive in the secondary market is because it's so difficult to buy one the way you're buying it.
Yes.
Is that a missed opportunity for Hermes?
No, because it's the hype. It builds brand loyalty. You know, everyone's trying to figure out how you get it. They spend all this money. It's not about how much money you spend, though. But I mean, obviously, the more money you spend, the better your relationship is. So it creates this artificial scarcity that spills over into other goods.
Okay, so let's get to the hedge fund where you can actually buy into betting on the secondary market. Just how well did it do in 2025?
Well, they claim they made a 40% return.
They claim. They did. Or we don't know.
As far that's what their marketing materials say. I can't confirm that. It's obviously not a publicly traded good, so I don't know. But what's interesting is they buy on the secondary market and they sell on the secondary market.
Yeah.
So you would think
they flip them.
Yeah, because the returns would not be as they're bigger if you buy in the primary market.
Right.
Like for the bag I'm getting, I could sell it for a 300% markup. I'm not, but I could.
How do you read this as an economist? Like, what kind of metric is this to you?
I find it fascinating because, I think about the market for options.
Yeah.
It used to be this obscure bespoke thing. And then you had, Black-Scholes and all this technology, and all of a sudden it became much more liquid, risk got priced better, and all of a sudden a market that was illiquid became liquid. And in some degree, we're seeing this with consumer goods, with the luxury market, with all this sort of real and all this stuff. So you do end up with this sort of liquidity and price transparency. And I now know a million women, and I think they're rationalizing personally, who will say things like, yeah, I'm going to buy a Prada bag. Oh, it's an investment. It's not. But
so
they're
not all investments.
Yeah, because what's interesting about the Birkin Kelly is, what you buy retail is just based on size or material. But what sells on the secondary market is actually based on trends. So you have to make money. Mm-hmm. So like a Birkin 25 probably sells more than a Birkin 35. And a Birkin 35 is bigger, more material.
Right.
So you got to make money on this, you really have to anticipate trends, which isn't like a stock. It's not like you can look at projected future earnings. It's all kind of random. And I think also very pro-cyclical. Who's going to buy a $30,000 secondary handbag in a recession?
I don't know, rich people? I mean, this, to me, Allison, it really also speaks to what we talk about. And I know you've talked about the K-shaped economy, right? That there are folks at the upper rung that no matter it's not always no matter what is going on, that they still have spending and purchasing power. But I mean, that's the market we're really talking about.
I guess so. Although I in this process for me have really delved into the blogs and the talking. And a lot of these people, I'm like, how are you affording multiple $30,000 bags? I wonder if some people are actually going to debt. I don't know how many people could have this much money.
Well, your piece also gets into the idea of collectibles. And it's not just Birkin bags. It's watches, it's jewelry, it's shoes in some cases. Mm-hmm. Is there a broad, again, you're an economist, you've written books. Is there an economic signal that you can glean from this example?
I think the market's a little frothy.
Yeah.
I think just people are just taking risk. I think people, I feel like markets are getting a little hot when people are like, anything makes money.
To me also, Carol, it illustrates this idea of the K-shaped economy that we've been talking about a lot,
right.
Which is you asked the question yourself, Allison, who can buy a $30,000 bag if we are in a recession or when we are in a recession? And Carol said rich people still, because they still might have money.
Yeah, although arguably rich people are buying on the primary market.
Good point.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting.
But there is still, to afford a $30,000 bag, you still have to be rich.
Well, it's a weird thing with this particular handbag because the more money you have, the more likely you are to be spending 10 rather than 30 because you have the relationship with Hermes.